this is the game I've literally played for 2 years now. It's god awful. It's not good. I like will not defend it in any way. I just want to make sure my timer is good. Yeah, we're fine. And then we can bump game volume a little tiny bit. Okay, and we do have music on, which is good. So, Red Ninja is basically Tenchu if Tenchu was really bad. Yes. So with that, we're gonna play on easy because it's the only difficulty that really matters. So let's start this in 3, 2, 1, go. So we have the mash triangle for basically the first 20 seconds. And then we can start actually getting to game. Okay. So right off the bat, we're gonna immediately go ahead and assassinate. So the big portion of first stage is we need to get as many kills as we possibly can. Ooh, I didn't get bad lineup on that. I could have got that way, way nicer. There we go. I thought I was dropping frames, but we're good. Nice, we got the really good lineup on that too. So, we have a little bit to go before we actually have really anything to do. It's basically just murder for for the first chapter, before there's anything really to explain. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that kunai there, so then anytime I grab another one from then on, I don't have to deal with that dialogue box popping up. And we're gonna do the same thing again in a little bit with a potion. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then as soon as we get up here, he should be turned around, which means we can just stealth kill him, grab the key, and we can immediately get out of this area. Ooh. Ooh, I really didn't want that. Okay. Yeah, dude, Sekiro too. Okay. So that's explaining that we have the slowdown time, which is that blue meter down at the bottom. We will actually use that later on in the run. Nice. So that's another thing I haven't mentioned, is that when you lock on and throw your attack, which I can't remember the name of right now, you can actually do... If the enemy doesn't see you at all and doesn't know that you're there, and you do a head grab perfectly, it's an insta-kill on them. So we're going to be using that a lot throughout the run. Another thing to really pay attention to is the minimap in the bottom right. When it's green, enemies don't notice us, and it means we can activate doors and levers and all that. But when it's red or yellow, we can't activate with any of those things. But we are going to use it going red later on to abuse the level load. So, that's another thing right there. So if you can figure out which one of the guards is the final one that would drop the final key, all the other guards will start running away, and you can just immediately assassinate them. And we actually got those two right there, which means I don't have to grab extra kills next chapter. Okay, so we're going to do a head grab. Nice. And then hopefully we can get a really good lineup here. If you can get it really nice, he won't even notice you. Oh, it's too far away. If I was a little bit closer, we could have been able to get both without him even noticing that I was there. So now we just gotta wait for him to turn around. Okay. I want to grab his potion. Lock onto him, wait for him to pass that, and then just kind of rinse repeat. Okay. So, that's another thing I haven't mentioned yet. When you land, usually enemies can hear you, but if you hold L2, they won't notice you. So it's really useful in situations like that where you're trying to get behind a guard to assassinate them. If you were to hold L2, they wouldn't even notice that you were there at all. Okay, so now we get introduced to Akemi, and we get the blowgun. Akemi is simultaneously the worst and greatest character in the game, because she's the only one who has character development. Okay, headshot's done. God, I hate the aiming in this game. Okay, so this is the mini-boss fight. So, with our same hook attack, if we were to grab an enemy and then drag it into other enemies, they'll take damage. So we're gonna abuse that for this mini fight. Ah, nice. I updated the title, but yeah, it might just be that. Okay, so this is the first boss fight. We're gonna use a pause buffer on this. So anytime you lock onto an enemy, that meter has to fill up all the way, but if you pause, you can just kind of keep doing it. Nice. 439's a really, really good time. Sub 5 is crazy. So, Chapter 2, now we have the mines. This is where we get a hook shot, and we can finally take... Please. Okay. We can finally take a blowgun off of triangle, which is good. And I don't accidentally press it when I'm trying to skip cutscenes. So, in Red Ninja, you also abuse physics a lot. And by that, I mean you literally just end up running up walls, across walls. None of it makes sense. But we have time to kill now. For maybe 15-ish seconds. You literally just have to wait for this to go down. Okay. Then we have to skip another cutscene. So basically every single stage, as soon as it loads in, will have a cutscene that I do have to skip. There's very few that don't have them. Okay. Not the perfect lineup. Alright. So now Akemi's gonna go ahead and give us our hook, which we're gonna use for the rest of the run on our triangle input. Okay. So the hook's incredibly useful for the run. It's also incredibly broken. So it lets us swing across barriers that we wouldn't be able to before. But it's real good. It's like the best way to explain it. So I gotta wait for that guard to turn around and him to come closer. And head grab. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna be collecting some of these boxes throughout the stage. These just make our focus meter larger, which again is that the bar down at the bottom. Whenever we're surrounded by a couple of enemies and the bar goes red, it'll essentially put off an insta-kill attack, which we do end up using, but we also use it to just slow down time so we can just run through obstacles. I wasn't spotted by him long enough to skip this cutscene. So, when you're also in the red, in the minimap, if you were to run into where a cutscene trigger would load, that cutscene trigger will not play because it wants you to do a fight. So, we use that a lot throughout the run, too. Okay. And now we have a really boring stage. There's not a lot to do here. Oh, no, it's this one. Never mind. I was thinking of the next one. This one is, fun anyways. So, we're supposed to grab two things here. We need to grab an oil pot and a lever. So, naturally, you're supposed to go down and do this really long-winded path. Oh, I did that wrong. Supposed to do this really long-winded path, and it's awful, and it takes forever. But I found out that if you just hop along this wall, you can just immediately get up here and grab both things and just run straight to exit. So that alone skips about a full minute. This is supposed to be more really bad platforming, but if you just wall hop, you can just immediately do the hook and just swing right over. This is the really boring stage. There's not really anything to do. It's basically just run in a straight line.
What's that noise?
Okay, that's honestly probably the hardest part, is making sure you land on that rope. I'm not gonna bother grabbing that potion. I think we're gonna be fine. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm grabbing it. Alright. Oh, this is awful. I can feel that I have to sneeze, but like not strong enough to where it's actually gonna come out. This is the worst. Okay, and we swing across. Alright. So, skip another cutscene. Ooh. Like actually a really good spawn. So we gotta sit here, wait for him to turn. We're gonna air assassinate, then we're gonna flip that lever. It's a quick turn. So I want to get really close to him when I jump. I'm hoping we can get really good spawn. No, we're not getting it. Shame. So if that guard were to notice me earlier and have the other one chase me, he can alert the other guard over here and bring that guard over here so I can just immediately assassinate him. But it's all dependent on RNG, really. Okay. Ooh. I was really hoping for no movement lock today. Alright, I guess we're doing it this way. Ah, he already noticed me. I was hoping to at least get over before he did. Okay. Here's another small skip. So you're supposed to hug this wall and move past all these spikes, but it turns out you can just roll past all the spikes and never really have to deal with them. Okay, I'm gonna do a huge wall run that makes no sense. Air assassinate. And we have to air assassinate him, and then we're gonna use our focus meter finally. So we're supposed to drag his body onto this button, but it turns out that we can just stand on it, slow down time, and just run immediately past it. Okay. All we have to do from here is run to exit. Alright. So a thing that I haven't really mentioned is how terrible the game controls and how bad the camera is. Like how it starts you there with the camera faced in the wrong direction. Okay. I need to jump crouch here. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. Just play it safe and assassinate him. Alright. So, we're gonna have to do some big wall runs here, but I want to play it safe and make sure he goes down. That was supposed to be a fast press. There we go. Whoops. Nope, I need the camera. Nope, there we go. So, the way that momentum works in this game is you have to be holding straight the entire time to gain speed. If you're going at a slight angle or you move, another direction too fast, all of your momentum drops. Which makes big wall runs and stuff like this incredibly annoying to do, because you have to steer incredibly gently. No, we're not getting skipped. I lined that up wrong. There's a skip that we can do here that I still don't completely understand. I just know it's based on a specific position for the camera. It's pretty big, but it's also really finicky to make work. That's exactly what I was afraid of. I didn't hold up long enough. Yeah, does someone want to pop in the VC and read out those donos? We have time here.
All right, guys, so we got a couple announcements here. Looks like there's a couple donations from the last run. We got Morcus Orcus at $350. Thank you so much for the donation. That's absolutely awesome. Next, we have Separated Soul, $50. Awesome watching the runs, guys. Looking forward to the rest of the event. Just recently as well, we got Jazzgore9 at $100. Thank you so much for the donation, Jazzgore. Skilladilla, $10. And he says, oh, I'm assuming at one of the buggy parts in SighAhNide's run there. Exiled Prince, who actually just finished his 007 run, $10. Awesome marathon, guys, for a great cause. Best of luck to everyone doing the runs. And now back to SighAhNide for Red Ninja, any percent on PS2.
All right, thank you. So, we're at this boss fight now, and instead of doing the actual boss fights, it's terrible. We're gonna just immediately jump this wall and run to the exit because the level load is still left in. So, just like that, we're out of this boss fight and we're not gonna bother even doing it. So now on to Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is my favorite chapter because it's one of the shortest, and we get the dumbest item in the game. We get the water shoes. So with the water shoes, you can't attack, you can't use anything, you move incredibly slow, but you can walk on water. They're awful. I love them. But they're also pretty vital to the run for this one chapter. For 2 rooms. Actually, it's 1 room. It's even less than 2 rooms. They literally exist for 1 room. Okay. We're just gonna run past everyone here. So now we start grabbing items for endgame. So we're gonna grab this smoke bomb, which we're gonna use in the second to last chapter. And let's see, we get that, no, we get that next chapter. Oh no, I lied, we get it right here. So these are our other endgame items. We're gonna use these on the second to last chapter and the last chapter. We're gonna grab all 3, and that's all of them that we need for the rest of the game. We're gonna use these for an out-of-bounds skip. Yeah, sounds good, dude. Okay. Oh, we should have time to do another donation in a second. Just gotta get through this stage, and then there's a huge gap of time. Okay, so I had to swing to this... Oh, yep, go ahead and read it.
Borkus again, with $25. He says, Red Ninja is my favorite anime, and the runner is my favorite protagonist.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, so this is where we use water shoes, and it's also where we get to abuse that, the minimap trick that I was mentioning before. So, there's supposed to be a level load that's going to happen as soon as I pass that spot there. So we're going to stop a little bit early of that, get this guard on this boat to notice me, and then we're just going to run right past that level trigger so we never even have to do a fight. We also got to hold back a little bit. Alright, now we got to wait for this guard to come up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we can just go. Oh, I didn't hit X. There we go. Alright, now we get to do the fun section where normally anytime anyone playing this would have water shoes on, but if you do, you would just immediately die. So don't do that. You wouldn't know to do that, but don't. Alright, now we have like 5 cutscenes to skip. This is the very fun part of the run. Much like Die Hard, there's big sections where nothing happens. Okay, so this is Armor God Phase 1, and we get to use Akemi, and hopefully Akemi gives us really good RNG. Ugh. So I need to get him to attack into these circles, and I'm just going to do a small head grab on there to keep him there. And as long as I keep him in there and he doesn't teleport, he'll take a cannon hit, which does a lot of damage to him compared to if I were to just actually attack him. So we just need her to do one more. I would love to have a perfect lineup, but that's kind of up in the air. Nope, we're not getting perfect lineup. Alright, that's fine. Alright. What do we get? 501. 501's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. So, now the run starts to get really glitchy and really broken. And if this is your first time seeing Red Ninja, you're gonna have fun. As soon as it lets me get into the stage. There we go. Okay. Ooh, bad lineup right off the bat. Nice. Okay, there we go. Much better. That's what I meant to do. Alright. So, doors with small openings in them are really interesting. They're not made very well in this game, is probably the best way to sum it up. And we're supposed to grab a key for this upcoming door here. I didn't get the launch that I wanted, but it's fine. So, if you notice when I run by, there's like a small gap that you can see. Too far over. So if I can line this up just right, and move the camera a little tiny bit while I'm doing it. Come on, just let me through. Just gotta line up that camera. Oh, that's a lineup though, what? There we go. You don't need to grab keys. Anytime you ever have to do that, you just have to line it up a little bit to the left, and you can just run straight through doors. So that alone skips another a level load, an enemy load, and having to grab the key. So I want this one guard to spot me so I don't have to deal with a cutscene. Nice, we got both hops. This is another insane glitch, which I'll explain once I get it. So, this is like probably easily the worst stage in this entire game. Like, legitimately. You're supposed to climb up throughout all this really bad platforming and get onto the Buddha hand and pull a lever. Well, it turns out you can just abuse the way that the hook works and launch yourself up onto these platforms and not even have to do that at all. So now all we have to do is just run to exit, and we're already done with this area. So the way that this works is the hook is trying to pull onto a platform that you're supposed to be able to get to, but you're not supposed to be able to get onto the torch. So the game kind of freaks out and doesn't know what to do, so it just slingshots you backwards. Usually it's a lot more violent. That was like a really gentle launch, which is good. When I was practicing this earlier, I think I had to go through it about 3 or 4 times before I actually got one. This is also kind of bad. I wasn't supposed to get spotted. Oh no, we should be fine. That should actually be plenty of focus. We were able to get enough hits in. Okay. This section's really sketchy. Nice. So here's some more pointless spikes. You can just run past them. They're very good. Okay. Now we have a cutscene. So now we get a jump. We need to assassinate him, and I guess we're gonna find out if I need to assassinate the other one in a second. But God, I need to. Just barely. Ugh. There we go. Okay, so we need to hold down all 3 buttons, and what it wants you to do is place all 3 bodies on buttons, but we really only need 2 of them. So normally you wouldn't bother killing that 3rd one, but because I got spotted earlier, I needed a tiny bit more focus. Okay, and we just run through. So this section is just very cleverly named Ninja Big Hand, because that's what they actually named it in the code for this game. Okay, so I need to get these two over here. Nice. That's a perfect lineup that we could have ever possibly got. And we just stand on button and wait. Okay. I mean, you're right. I don't know. I don't know what else you would call it. It's a ninja with a very big hand. Alright, so now we gotta flip some levers. Yeah, if you want to read a dono, go ahead. We got free time.
So yeah, we got a donation from NFreak. It's $100.69. Nom 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 nom. Thank you so much for the donation, NFreak, and continue watching the run from SighAhNide.
Okay, so now we're at a point where we're arrested, and we don't have any of our items, and our weapons are gone. But it will last about it lasts 2 rooms, including this one. So we have to just very slowly move through this vents. Okay, we just gotta line this up. I honestly don't know how you're supposed to do this. My first time playing through this, like 2 years ago, I did it this way because I couldn't figure out how it wanted me to do it. But to just line myself up against that and have it push me onto the ledge. I legitimately don't know how to do that normally. Okay. So now we gotta run to the snake charmer, very aptly named snake bitch in the community. Because the boss fight sucks. It's so bad. Okay, so the premise to this fight... I didn't mean to do that 3rd hit, I meant to do 2. The premise of this fight is you can see Akemi's health bar is going down, but she has, like, 3 health bars? Come on. Oh, I was hoping she wouldn't jump away. So, her 3 health bars are separated into her different limbs. So, now her body and head are gone, now I just need to grab her legs twice. So, all of this is on a timer as well for Akemi's health. Ooh. So I need to get over there and not be attacked by snakes or fire right now. Okay. This is actually good. That means she won't be on this island. No, come on. No, no! Locking on is really, really weird in this game. It doesn't work 90% of the time, or it only wants you to do it during certain points. Okay, so you would think like, oh, that's it, cool. Fight's over. Nope. Now she has full health. Oh, please. Head grab? Thanks. I've never seen that happen before. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. So we're just gonna do head grabs from here on out. We're also gonna manipulate her into always jumping over here so we can just immediately grab her. So if you stand too close, she'll just immediately jump over and won't do the swing attack. So, but if you get too close, she'll just immediately kind of jump back and forth between them. Alright, so we got like maybe 2 more of these. Alright, yep, 1 more. I will never understand the timing for doing it perfectly. So then you'd be like, oh, that's cool, fight's over. Nope, timer's still running. So now you have to go over, hook, and then pull this spike down on the giant snake. And that's Temple. So if you run out of time at all during any of that, you start the entire fight over from the beginning. Now we're on the also very cleverly named Prison Island. I mean, it's what it is, so I mean, I guess I can't really give it shit. It's a prison, and it's on an island. Oh, I wanted to jump. Okay. Prison Island sucks, is a good way of wording it. This stage is not fun. Okay, so we need to assassinate him because he has a key. So we're going to be using a lot of keys at this point. Oh, is he actually in a perfect lineup position? Oh, nope. Okay, so we got the fun RNG. So that guard spawn is entirely RNG. You can... Oh, please. No. Nope. Camera. Alright, that's it. Just give me my blowgun. We have plenty. So blowguns let you instantly assassinate someone. They are the perfect oopsie I fucked up tool. Because you can just, you know, fix everything and make it just go away. But we also do use it there on that guard. It just saves time, because he's usually walking towards you when you get in. I wish we got better RNG, though. It would have been nice to not have to deal with him. A bad lineup. I'm gonna play it safe. There we go. No, that's... that's her armor. Because it makes sense to only have some armor. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna open up another chest, get more focus. Focus is the only thing we ever grab throughout the run, just since you can honestly make health last. The game's gonna end up feeding us, Oh, I should've just went for the head grab. I should've just took it. How many of these do we have left? 4? Yeah, we're fine. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Oh, cool. Great. A kunai. Just what I needed. So, that's the warden's key. That's also apparently the warden's office. It doesn't make any sense why it's behind a cell. But you know what? It's fine. We're gonna go ahead and equip that now, just so I don't have to later. Okay. This is just called Gears. Gears is really rough because it runs on a global timer, and the timer is weird. It's not like everything's running on different timers, like every single part of it runs on the same, so honestly if you can tell where you are in it, you're fine. But it's that second spinning log you can see in the distance that's the issue. Yeah, honestly, that was the only thing this game had going for it in terms of marketing, and they ran with it. And unfortunately, it doesn't make the game good. Okay. So this whole section here is insta-death, which is fun. Everyone loves a fun insta-death section. Okay. I'm gonna play it safe. Nope, never mind, I guess I'm not. Thankfully the checkpoint's right there. I also have to remember I can't turn the camera, which I keep trying to do. These gears turn nothing. Okay, cool. I'm gonna wait for that to recycle. Awesome. I shouldn't have done that. Cool. This is about how Gears usually goes during runs, so you're getting the true Red Ninja experience right now. I need those to really, like, come on. There we go. Oh, cool, my chat just refreshed. I need the cannons to come back. Oof, that was sketchy as all hell. Okay. I don't know what's going on with Twitch lately where it just will sign me out and sign me back in randomly. Okay. So this is a section that I don't know how to do legitimately, because the first time playing through it, I found this skip, because I refused to do it. So, I gotta get myself right about here. Nice, and we're already through this entire area. Yeah, I started encoding overloading because it decided to completely log me out of Twitch for some reason. That was really nice to be able to get that first try. So that's box skip, which saves minutes. We're gonna lock onto him. Okay. Go through here. Now we gotta equip smoke bomb. Oh. Okay. This section sucks. Shocker. Okay. I'm gonna play it safe and just get full momentum. Ah, I lied. We're doing 3. That's plenty. Okay. So if you touch that fire at all, you instantly die. It's a very cool mechanic. Okay. So we're supposed to find a key to this door. I assume you can figure out what we're gonna do. I also want to see if I can just get myself up here perfectly. Yeah, that works. So that's where the key's supposed to be, but I don't like grabbing key because it means I just have to deal with another guard, and that takes too long. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave without the key, which doesn't make any sense in terms of plot because we're supposed to be bringing that key back. But we don't have that key. Ooh, okay, I needed you to not do that. So, smoke bombs work the same way as blowguns do, but they're an AoE.
I can't see. My eyes. I can't see.
Okay. So let's see. So, Kemi's dead. I hope none of you really liked her because she's already gone. This is a really not fun boss fight. It's really boring, and it doesn't really work most of the time. Alright, cool, now we're in phase 2 already. So we're gonna switch, I was gonna say swap and switch at the same time, to the Fundo. Whoops. Which I didn't really mention before. We have a non-lethal weapon, and it honestly doesn't have a lot of use. I need him to be over here. So, we're gonna just literally hang him. I'm honestly pretty sure that that's even what it just says, like, in the menu. So we're gonna use pause buffer again. He got too far away. Oh, I was really hoping he wouldn't do that. So sometimes he can do this weird charged up attack where he'll just run around in circles. So now I need to pull him all the way back. Okay. Alright, cool. So that's Prison Island. Now we're on End. This is the final chapter. Thankfully, we were able to do box skip only using one Hisao, so we still have 2, which is the perfect amount we need. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and equip that now so I don't have to do that for the rest of the game. Then, let's go do this. So, this section of the game has timers, which give you way too much time. Oh, that was... I don't know why I decided to go that path. That was way weird. That was way weirder than it was supposed to be.
After her.
Okay, wall run.
What's this?
Also, these enemies are supposed to be chasing us throughout the entire stage. You're not supposed to be able to kill them. But if you line up your jumps and time it just right, you can just instantly assassinate them and you don't have to deal with them at all, which is really nice. So we have one more to kill in a second. Nice. So now we gotta do another wall run. I forgot to mention they also explode for some reason. I still don't know why. It just happens. But only in this stage. I have to go past the world's the world's loudest gunshots. I don't think I have a cutscene, do I? Oh boy, this section. Alright. I was struggling with this earlier for some reason. It's really not even that hard, but I'm gonna play it really safe and just always kind of drop my momentum there. Alright, we're good. So you're supposed to do a ton of platforming there, but there's no point. You can just run up the wall and just immediately run to the exit. There's no point of doing a lot of it. It's really bizarre though, because like a good portion, the best way to sum up Red Ninja is if it shouldn't work, it probably does. A ton of these skips shouldn't work at all, but they do, and the things that you would figure would work don't, because those were checked, but the other things weren't.
Noise.
Alright, so now we're gonna have him chasing us. We have to run to exit and hope we have a good spawn. Ooh, well, that was almost really bad. Oh, we do have another one over here. Okay. Ah, I needed him to not hit me. So when I get hit, I can't sprint at all. But if I can get far enough away, no, I'm gonna have to fight him. Alright. I want to get him a little bit away from the door, just so I can immediately leave when I have to. Okay. This is the most pointless room of this whole stage. You'll see how large the timer is, and then you'll see how long the stage actually is. There's literally no skip to this at all. This is just this stage in general. That's it. You run around 2 corners. The Japanese version doesn't even have that enemy there. So it's just an empty run to exit type of area. And it doesn't make any sense. So before these ninjas took a ton of hits to kill, now they take 2. Okay. They're also gonna feed us elixirs for the rest of the game. Which, I mean, it's nice. Oh, I didn't get perfect lineup. We should have another one here. Oh, he's always too far away. You can, if you time your presses right, you can have a perfect head grab into, like, mid-attacks, and that'll instantly kill him. But the timing on it has to be perfect. Also, I took too long on that grab, apparently. Alright, now we got 1 left, but we're gonna use him for a cutscene skip and then kill him up there. Oh, never mind, he didn't spawn in time. So I guess we're gonna kill him now. There's no point of keeping him alive. Okay, so we're supposed to do a ton of platforming, but if you just use these, you can immediately climb up here and skip out all of that. And then here's our last Meguro box. So now we're right basically at the end of the game. And then we get to do another really sketchy skip right before that. Okay. So we're supposed to do hook jumps basically for about 8 minutes. But I don't want to spend 8 minutes doing that. So if you just lower yourself all the way you can from this hook and get full momentum, nice. You can just skip the whole thing and go straight to the end game. So we have 2 boss fights to do, and then that's Red Ninja. So we have to fight Armor God again, but now he has way too much health and takes basically no damage. He also has weird arm things now. Okay. So we're only allowed to pull him down like this at once throughout this entire fight. So we do it when we have full focus. And now we take advantage of that focus so we can do extra hits. Cool. This is literally this fight, except for this one new attack. Flamethrower is the best attack that he can honestly do. I should equip that. Okay. Him charging up is the worst thing that you can do because you can't hit him when he does it. Oh, come on. Okay, we have full focus, so we're gonna use it here. If we have any donations, now's a pretty good time to read them. This is literally the rest of this fight for like the next 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. We got a $42 donation by Drew Bay. And their message is, video game charity marathons are the absolute best epic habit you can have. Hours and hours spent on an ultimately awesome, that's our words, skill. There's no punctuation about that, so. Sitting and getting a leader and epic and donations and goals, completely god-tier speed skill video game charity marathons, making a top-tier epic game. That is a little difficult to beat, but thank you anyway for that donation.
Alright. Yo, how's it going, Peter? You're just in time for the end of Red Ninja. Also, thank you for the donation, I appreciate it. Okay, so now we have to fight Chiome. By the way, Chiome was evil. I know you never met Chiome, it's because she literally only exists in cutscenes, but it's fine, you didn't miss much in this plot. Okay. So you're gonna be like, oh, easy, it's just gonna be that for this fight. Nope, there's another phase. So now I have to use focus and pull her down. And basically just rinse repeat exactly what we did. Okay, and then she's gonna send another wave of enemies. So this should be the last one. Okay, so let's switch to Fundo now. Oh! Oh! You're not supposed to be able to get back up. Okay. We're doing this. We're getting an RNG phase. I need those enemies here. I'm gonna take damage no matter what. I need to heal. Okay, we already hit focus, so we're fine. Oh, I'm so slow. I just need to hit her once. Okay, cool. Switch back to Fundo. Let's go beat game. So it's my favorite line of text in the game. It literally just says hang. And there we go. That's Red Ninja. Huh. That went pretty okay, if I'm gonna be totally honest. The plot of this game doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but very, very loosely. Wow, at 10:54, that's actually crazy. I want to see what my in-game time was, considering that's what we use for records. 44:57 is my current record. So let's save it above this. What was it? What was my end time? 49:05. Okay, it's not as good as I thought. It was still good, but it's not as good. Alright, so up next is a Pepsi Man, but I need Mr. Skilladilla to be in here.